Most of us preppers know that water should be everyone's number one prep. Sometimes I sound like a broken record, but humans can only go about 3 days without water before severe dehydration occurs, followed by organ failure and extreme low blood pressure, ending in eventual death. It's not marauders, nuclear fallout, or living without Netflix that will kill you. It's the lack of water. If I was brand spanking new to prepping and survival, knowing what I know now, my first priority would be getting water filters and water storage. Without water, all of your other preps, your firearms, your 25-year freeze-dried food, your bug-out cabin in the woods, are about as useless as the G in lasagna. Stick with me because I want to review a countertop reverse osmosis water filter that was just sent to me by Simpure, one of my channel sponsors. What's up, preppers? I'm the Community Prepper, and like always, thank you for watching my channel. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, but only if you've gotten some valuable information from it. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you like videos about prepping, firearms, product reviews, and all other topics prepping related. Okay, so here in North Carolina, we just had a hurricane come through, and we happened to go down to the local grocery store, and it is absolutely pandemonium here. People panic buying and getting the things that they should have already in their houses. I'm not here to gloat at all, because most people, I understand, do not prepare for a minor event, never mind a major event. But here in North Carolina, we had the hurricane, and it is absolute devastation. I've never seen such trees ripped up, power lines down, just absolute craziness, and it's going to take weeks to get this back up and running to normalcy. So right now I have my generator running at home. I have just my freezer and refrigerator plugged in, just the necessities, but I got all the power banks and stuff, so I'm sitting in a good position. I'm not worried at all, but I can see the look of panic on some of these people's faces, and it's a shame that they don't think a little bit ahead to prepare better. But it did take me the blackout in California of 2013 to start preparing. So I've been preparing a prepper for 11 years now, and hopefully maybe it turns some of these people's heads around. But I'm going to film some stuff in the store to show you for this video. So what is reverse osmosis? Not to get too wordy and make this video too long, but reverse osmosis in its simplest terms is pulling clean water out of polluted or contaminated water by forcing water through a series of filters while under pressure. It is one of the most efficient ways to purify water for consumption. However, RO does need electricity to run. Not to get too off topic, but if electricity was a factor, you would want to look into a gravity-style water filter, similar to the one I have behind me. Why could this reverse osmosis system be useful to you? This RO filter will get rid of 99.99% of the gunk, additives, parasites, microplastics, heavy metals, carcinogens, nitrates, viruses, and bacteria that might be in your water source. This filter is designed to filter tap and well water. It is not recommended to filter collected water from streams or lakes. After Hurricane Helene here in Asheville, North Carolina, some areas were without running water for almost 2 months. We were even on boil orders for our tap water for weeks after the water kicked back on. Having a quality reverse osmosis system like this would completely render your tap water safe without boiling. You also wouldn't be one of the people getting their daily drinking and cooking water from the town distribution centers or hauling heavy jugs of water from the local grocery stores every day. Let's take a look down the water aisle and what it looks like. When the city water finally kicked back on, the water came out brown and had a very chlorine smell. Having this reverse osmosis filter would get all of these chemicals and additives out of your precious drinking, cooking, and even plant water with the push of a button. For anyone that keeps houseplants or a garden, using city water is not an ideal option due to the additives. For plants, your best option is rainwater or filtered water. Most users of this reverse osmosis system are using it to filter their tap water or well water. Aside from getting rid of impurities, it will eliminate undesirable tastes and smells from your water source. Later in this video, I will compare the quality of tap water, bottled water, and water that has gone through this filter by using a TDS meter. A TDS meter measures the total dissolved solids in liquid. You can use a TDS meter to determine the hardness or softness of your water. Hard water has higher levels of calcium, magnesium, and sodium. Hard water is considered to be 120 parts per million and above, while soft water is considered to be below 17 parts per million of dissolved solids. Using a TDS meter will not determine if water is safe for drinking, but it will give you an idea of the amount of minerals present in your water. Now, I've already unboxed the unit, obviously, and we'll find the tank and filters pre-installed. The first thing you want to do is fill the reserve tank and run 3 to 5 cycles in the flushing mode. This primes the filters and gets them ready for consumable water. The water is taken from the back reserve tank, pushed through a CF sediment filter, the reverse osmosis filter, and finally a UV filter that eliminates all biological matter. It is worth mentioning that the rear tank holds 1.3 gallons of water and the internal front tank holds 0.4 gallons. When the unit senses your front tank is low, it will automatically begin the filtering process again. The filters are rated for 528 gallons of water before they need to be replaced, and there is an automatic alarm that will alert you when this time comes. This unit is designed to sit on top of your counter space. There's no need to get a plumber to install this under the sink. It's also portable. If you travel to a different house or temporary lodging or anywhere where you want purified water for drinking or cooking with, this equipment is key. It only weighs 15 pounds and it is perfect for mobility for camping in your RV or using it at a road stop hotel overnight. Simply plug it in and enjoy your newly filtered consumable water. Before I go on, let's take a closer look at this unit. As I stated, right out of the box, it does have the filters already installed. Back here is your reserve tank. This simply comes up, there is a handle, you pull this out, and this is what you would fill with your tap water. You can see right here the 2 filters that eventually will need to be replaced, and it is very easy. You simply need to pull them out and then give them a half twist and they come out. The new ones, you push them in, you give them a twist, and you set them back there. Very low maintenance in this unit and very simple to use right out of the box. So you'll put your water your water reservoir in. You will close the hatch and it will sense automatically that there is water in there. And I don't know if the camera or the microphone's picking this up, but there is a hum going right now. And what that is doing is transporting the water from the rear reserve tank through the series of filters and into the front storage tank where your clean drinking water is. Let's also take a look at the front panel right here and go over what each button does. The first button here is your flushing button. Now you want to run 3 to 5 full flushes to prime the filters, as I stated before. Fill it up, dump it out, fill it up, dump it out. Do that about 5 times. The second one, once you do have clean drinking water ready, you have a 6-ounce option, a 12-ounce option, or a 15-ounce option to fill your glass or water bottle or whatever you want to fill. Finally, you have a reset button. You only need to press the reset button when you replace the filters. What it does is it restarts the count heading towards that 528 gallons that these filters are rated for. Now, if I'm going over the the side panel real quick, this is the Simpure Y7P as in Paul -BW series. The production rate, or how quickly it'll filter water, 8.8 ounces in 1 minute, or 4.1 gallons per hour. The filter life expectancy we discussed is 528 gallons. The feed water type, meaning your water source, is municipal potable tap water or well water meeting government drinking water standards. Again, this isn't rated for filtering river, lake, or runoff type water. Voltage, power, blah, blah, blah. The storage reservations, as we stated, is the back storage is 1.3 gallons of your feed water, and the front internal tank with your clean drinking water is 0.4 gallons. So that's the statistics, schematics of this unit. Let's move on. Another topic worth mentioning is that this tabletop reverse osmosis system is far better than the common filters like Brita or Zero Water. Those types of pitcher style filters only get rid of odor and taste, but do not protect you from harmful elements that could be present in your water. Now let's quickly do a measurement of the dissolved solids before and after filtration. We'll also compare it to the spring water. I'll fill up 3 cups with 3 different waters, and I'll measure it using the TDS meter. So Simpure or membrane solutions did provide me with this TDS meter. And the way you use these is you pull off the cap, you turn it on, you hit the clear until you get 0. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. 0. And then we begin to measure our water. Now, first I'm going to measure tap water. That is actually pretty low dissolved particles for tap water. You can't really see it, but it's 48. So we'll reset this. We'll clear it out. Now we'll just do 6 ounces of water. And once this fills, I'll use the same meter to measure that, and we'll compare it to the water before it was filtered versus the water after it was filtered. So let's see what we got here. We have 17. So it did take out a lot of those dissolved elements in the water. Again, beginning with tap water, that isn't a very high number. I've seen tap water as high as 3 or 4 million 3 to 400 parts per million of dissolved substance, where 17 is definitely not good. Now, just for fun, let's take some Deer Park spring water and let's measure that. We'll clear this out, and it's at 0, and we are at 10 parts per million. So very close between spring water and the filtered water through the reverse osmosis system. And we are also, remember, getting out all of the chlorine and the fluoride out of the city water. So this is crap. This is good. That tastes good. And this is good. I really can't taste the difference between the spring water and the reverse osmosis water. I can taste the difference between that dirty old city water. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. I have put a special link in the description below where you can save money if you want to purchase this filter through my affiliation program with Simpure. Like I stated in the beginning of this video, you really should invest in a water filtration system if you are brand new to prepping, or if you have been in the game for a while but still have holes in your prepping plan in regards to water. Having just lived through a horrible disaster here in Asheville, North Carolina, I was reminded just how precious water is. And I think it woke up a lot of the local residents to that importance as well. Sometimes it takes a disaster to introduce people to prepping. Refuse to be a victim.